Great, but we have lots happening, huh? We're going to get a ski report, like you said, from the canyons, and oh, the artist that's going to be in studio.
Dennis Duce has beautiful metal copper art. I mean, beautiful.
Oh, you talk about gorgeous artwork.
And he just brought a few little pieces in, but we have pictures of larger pieces.
Steal them?
I'll grab it and you run. You hold him back, I'll take them.
Okay, go and stash them. Okay, yeah. We'll get the artwork. And welcome back. This is the Mountain Morning Show. So glad that you're with us again on this Thursday, snowy Thursday morning. But now we are going to go to the cultural side of you, and we're going to talk art. And I'll tell you, this is some beautiful artwork. Dennis Duce is with us, and he is the artist of all these spectacular pieces that you're looking at. And we were just talking, and I said, this isn't all copper.
No.
It's a combination of metals. Mm-hmm. So, you know, tell us, why copper? What, I mean, I can't even imagine being that creative with copper. I grew up in Arizona, so we see lots of copper. There's copper mines everywhere there. So this is something that you see a lot of in that southwestern type, but I would never imagine working with it on a regular basis.
I have a real job. I work for Neilco Roofing, and I sell roofs here in Park City. A lot of our clients use copper, and for years, just the garbage cans full of copper waiting to go to recycling kind of bugged me. I wanted to play with them. I started playing with heating the copper. I started playing with chemically treating the copper, and then decided to start weaving that together, and that started it all. So, you know, most of my pieces are made out of copper.
Okay.
Though, you know, we also work with zinc, we also work with stainless steel, and so, you know, when I come across a scrap, I've got a scrap, I work it into a piece. Yeah.
I was going to say, what inspires you? Because there are so many different things here that we're looking at. There's one thing I think that's pretty typical. There's the patterns are all a weave. Yeah, there seems to be a weave in each of your patterns.
That's the one thing that I do consistently is I weave copper.
Okay.
But there is nothing really consistent about it. This piece right here, there's a small, I call it a sketch, because it was a study for a larger piece. I did one of the dogs for the Dogs of Park City.
Oh, you did?
And my dog and the relationship that I had with the Dogs of Park City went so well that they asked me to be involved with another similar fundraiser in Whitefish.
Okay, and so, those of you that aren't familiar with what the Dogs of Park City are, it's an event where different artists get together and they develop a dog of some sort based on the type of artwork that they typically do. So did you do a copper dog for the...
Yeah, I painted my dog in copper paint, and then I chemically treated that so it patinaed. After that, I weaved his collar, and then I weaved a base that he stood on. The base was about 5 feet tall.
Do you remember his name?
His name was Opus 50. All of my pieces have just Opus and the next available number going up by 2.
Really? So he was number 50 for you as far as... well, 48 was the previous one.
48 was the previous one.
Okay.
Yeah, they go up by 2. My last name being Duce.
Okay.
And I call my art Numbers by Duce. That's also my website.
Okay, and that's your website if you're interested, because one of the things that people need to understand is some of your materials are on loan. Some of your pieces are on loan to locations throughout the state, not just in Park City. So in order to purchase any of your artwork, they have to go to your website to do that.
That's one of the easiest places to get a hold of me. I also have about 6 or 8 pieces, and I'm always changing pieces out at the Park City Concept Center in Prospector.
Okay.
So you can see my stuff there, and I often work out of there. Neilco has an office there, so
you're often there. And I think one of the things, too, people need to understand about your artwork is this is not the minimal size. There is no minimum when it comes to size when you're doing your artwork.
Exactly.
I've seen some pieces that are sofa size.
Yes. The largest piece that I did was 8.5 feet tall. It was a freestanding piece. It actually was in the Springville Art Museum for a while. It was also at the Showcase of Homes, home number 4. If anyone saw it.
Wow, was that planned, home number 4?
No, it just happened to be there. I had one at home number 3 and one at home number 4. I also have a commission right now I'm doing for the People's Health Clinic. It'll be in the entry of their new facility at Quinn's Junction. That piece, when it's completed, will be around 15 feet tall.
That's amazing. So, and this is all beautiful. We need to hold this. I'm afraid of this.
Here, let me hold that.
Okay, because I'm scared of this.
Yeah, well, I cut myself all the time on it.
Do you? Oh, I wasn't afraid of cutting. I just thought I don't want anything to fall off. Or.
So, where's the...
But look at, right there's perfect. But look at how beautiful this is. And now, is this a piece where you've heated the copper? Is that how you're getting the different colors in it?
The colors in the copper came from heating it.
Okay.
And then these are stainless right here, and this is actually zinc. All of this off of the stainless was a countertop. The zinc is from a job going in Promontory. I'm not quite sure where this copper came from. I try and know where the copper came from, but not always do I know that.
And you actually, like you said, you use scraps. So you don't go and purchase a big, huge piece and start saying, I'm going to design this from it. You actually get your scraps and start putting it together, and then you
often work from the shape that the scrap was. Sometimes I force it, but sometimes I work from the shape.
And I think, too, what a lot of people need to understand about copper, the type of metal that it is, it does change colors through the years, doesn't it? I mean, it will take on. So this piece, in, say, 10 years, will probably look a little, the copper will look different.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the things that I like about copper.
It continues to progress as a piece of art, doesn't it?
It never changes. And that's why my pieces are just called a number. Okay. Because I've had a lot of people compare my art pieces to clouds in a summer sky, where you can see all sorts of different things in them. And so I don't like to try and tell someone what I see.
Okay.
I give it just a number, and if you go on my website, you'll see inside brackets a lot of times a name. Once someone's purchased the piece, they'll look at it. There's one piece that's called Big Fish. There's another one that's called Fire. There's another one that's called the Tree of Living Water. There's another one that's called the Phoenix.
But these are not names that you've given them.
I didn't give those names to them.
These are names that the owners of the pieces
gave them the names, contacted me and said, this is what I see, and so, you know.
What a great idea. Once again, please give us your contact information. So, because like I said, these are just smaller pieces. If you need, and the larger pieces that I saw, I looked them up online, are absolutely fabulous. They're beautiful pieces of art, and I can't imagine there's not a home that they would fit into any decor.
Yes.
You don't have to be concerned that, oh, I don't think this will work in my home. These pieces work.
And one of the things that I like to do, I actually go and meet with the owner in their home, get to know them a little bit. I call it my consultation.
Okay.
And then work up a piece based on that. I've had a lot of success working with, you could call them troubled walls. Architects in Park City like to create curved walls.
They like to create
odd walls, things that are almost impossible to decorate, and often these are very large walls on top of it. Well, I've had a lot of success in being able to get my pieces to follow the shape of a wall or to fit into an odd space.
Well, I would say with the metal, you can bend it and shape it and mold it versus a canvas where you're really not going to be able to if you want to frame it.
Correct.
So there is a huge difference. Give us your contact information because people need to absolutely know how to get in touch with you.
Okay.
They need to see more of your work. They need to see the larger pieces that you've done that are absolutely spectacular.
Best thing to do is go to my website. That is www.numbersbyduce.com. Duce is spelled D-U-C-E, not D-E-U-C-E.
Okay.
And then you can get my phone number, my email, everything else is on my website.
Well, and I would encourage you to go onto his website and check out some of these amazing pieces. I think you're going to be just absolutely thrilled when you see them. You'll be calling him for a piece in your home. Because these are, I told you, hurry, Jen, get the car running so we can get the car running so we can get these out of here without a problem. Dennis, thank you so much for coming in and being a part of our morning show this morning. Again, the website he gave you, go and check it out and definitely make these a part of your home. I'll tell you, they're going to fit in any decor. You're going to be, and they're going to look beautiful as the years go on.
Yes.
That's what's so fantastic about it. We'll be right back here on the Mountain Morning Show. You know there's lots more coming up, food and more food and flowers, so don't go away. We will be right back.